Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Ziya. If you're a fellow and returning subscriber, thank you for your continued love and support. I appreciate you all for being here with me. As always, I'm sending you all lots of love. So today we are going to be taking a look to see who is coming towards you next in love. We're going to be pulling some tarot as well as other oracle cards. We're going to take a look at these archetype cards that are in front of you. See what kind of energy this person is embodying when they come towards you. So yeah, stick around if this sounds like something that you're interested in finding out. So for pile 1, we have the Rose Quartz Tower. For pile 2, we have the Rose Quartz Pendulum. And for pile 3, we have the Rose Quartz Chips. Okay, so take a minute. If you need a minute, pause the video, tune into the energy, see which one is calling out to you. And whenever you guys are ready, feel free to go check out the timestamps, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the Rose Quartz Tower, this is going to be your reading. So when I was tapping into the energy, I was seeing the fire alchemical symbols. So this person could embody a lot of fiery, passionate kind of energy. They could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or they could just be super attractive. You guys could, I was going to say lust after this person quite a bit. They could be lusting after you quite a bit. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's only a lustful connection. It could very much be. But it could start off kind of like really lustful and then lead into something more. Or yeah, I don't know. Let's take a look at the cards and let's see what the cards got to say. So we got we got the Don Juan card. Makes a lot of sense. Spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. I'm trying to tell you, this person is definitely very attractive. This person might even find you very attractive as well. And we also got the Miras and Mr. in reverse, which is the shadow attributes. This is hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. So this person could be like a little bit closed off, especially with this green being here. It's like heart chakra vibes. This person's heart chakra could be kind of closed off. So like I was kind of picking up from the beginning, like this could be pretty lustful, especially at the beginning. It could lead to more. I'm not saying that it can't, but this person could kind of come in with a very lustful or like passionate kind of energy at first because their emotions aren't very involved. Maybe they're kind of keeping it a little bit surface level because they're afraid to be vulnerable. They're afraid of getting hurt. But it feels like you guys have a very beautiful chemistry and passion between the two of you that goes deeper than just lust. I will say that because normally if the Don Juan came out in the shadow attribute, I'd be like, yeah, this is a lustful connection, you know, because the shadow attribute of the Don Juan, it says using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. So this person could come in very unexpectedly. You guys could meet very unexpectedly, maybe when they're in a stage of healing, or maybe you are, or maybe you guys are both mirroring each other. Maybe you guys are both kind of healing. You guys just started putting yourself back out there. Or maybe you guys were kind of taking a break from the dating world and then you guys meet and you're like, whoa, what is this? You know what I mean? Like this just instant attraction. But there could be some blockages within the heart center that keeps this from being able to go as deep as what it can, if you understand what I mean. But yeah, that doesn't mean that it just has to stop at the lust or that this won't go anywhere, because I truly believe that we can work through these types of things with people. We don't have to be alone just to work on our heart chakra. Like we can do that in a connection with the right supportive person, right? But it does give the vibe of I'm still healing, even though I like you a lot. And I did see 333. So like I was saying, this could have the potential to expand into something more. With the 3, I was also picking up like the 3 of Wands. So you guys could be a little bit at a distance from each other. Maybe you guys meet when you guys are traveling or something. Yeah, I don't know. So let's dive into some tarot and let's see what the tarot's got to say about this person and this connection coming towards pile 1. Please and thank you. I just split the deck. I seen Star and the Chariot. Ooh, I like that. See, it's a lot of very beautiful healing energy, a sense of renewal, somebody having the willpower to move forward, to do what it takes and do what they need to do to be able to have this connection grow. There's a lot of potential here. It's just a matter of if motherfuckers is ready to live up to their potential, right? Because we can have all the potential in the world and choose to do nothing with it. So, I mean, everybody's got free will. But I feel like with that Chariot being there, that's like somebody having the willpower to take action, take it a step further. I'm hearing he could be the one. He could be the one. I don't know. Maybe there is this sense when you do meet each other that you guys are like, oh no, this could be my person. Like, this could be the one right here. Who would sing that? Was that Hannah Montana? Was that on Hannah Montana? I feel like it was. So let's see. Can we get some more information about who this next person is coming towards pile 1? What is the connection going to be like? What is the connection going to be like for pile 1? Ooh, double card came right out. Okay. And it says, I am not a puppet. And you know what I'm really picking up with this? I am picking up somebody being held back by fears, trying to overcome their fears and not be puppeteered by their insecurities, their doubts, their fears or their past, right? So say, for instance, somebody was in a really toxic connection prior to meeting you. Maybe that's why their heart chakra is a little closed off, because maybe somebody really hurt them, right? Somebody took advantage of the role that they were playing in that person's life. They took advantage of this person is kind of what I'm picking up. So this person could be afraid to want to open up and let somebody back in. But meeting you, maybe they're working on overcoming these fears, not being a puppet to the negative thoughts or feelings that they have about connections because of a prior connection. You know what I mean? Can we get some more information on what the connection is going to be like for pile 1? This could also be a lot of that lustful, yeah, look, the sun. Wow. Yeah. See, I'm telling you, somebody is working on freeing their self from some toxic, limiting belief that could keep them from being able to fully embrace the connection. This is freedom, liberation. This is somebody shifting their mindset to something more positive and optimistic, right? What was I about to say before? Because now I don't remember. I don't know, but this could be a very fun connection. You guys could have a lot of fun together. Maybe share a lot of the same interests or passions. There is a message of being a little bit cautious about the connection turning a little bit like codependent. Because it is so fun and lighthearted, like the energy is so beautiful, we can become like attached to how that energy makes us feel, right? And then that can turn a connection toxic really quickly. Can we get a couple more cards for, we got the 8 of Wands in reverse. Look, and on the first one that is on here, it says returning from travel or holidays. Like, I'm just saying, like, you guys really could meet this person when you guys are traveling. Can we get another card for what is this connection going to be like? Ooh. We got the 8 of Cups and the Death card in reverse. So I am going to move these right here. So there is this feeling of somebody trying to move on. I feel like from a past connection, we got the Hierophant in reverse. So the vibe that I'm picking up here, pile one, is somebody currently, this could be you, this could be this person, it could be both of you guys, right? Put it where it fits, flip-flop it if it needs to be, you get the deal. So this does feel like somebody trying to move on from a past connection, something that could have ended very abruptly, because I am kind of picking up like Tower card, like maybe this person was at work and they came home and the person that they were with just left them and left a note. I actually was just talking to somebody recently that had that happen to them. And that's like horrible. Like that just leaves a really bad taste in your mouth. You don't get a lot of questions answered when people just run away like that. And that hurts, So this person could have had a situation like that happen to them. Or maybe they just recently, I was going to say, they could have just recently have lost somebody as well. Somebody that was very close to them, somebody that was important to them. They could be grieving, whether they just physically lost a person, like because somebody had passed on to the afterlife, or because they lost some sort of connection, friendship, relationship. It does feel like relationships, because when I did look underneath the Hierophant in reverse, the Ten of Cups was there. So this could have been somebody that is also going through like a divorce, or I don't know. I'm picking up a lot of different things. They could have went through a divorce or like a long-term relationship. Maybe they had a lease together or something. I don't know. It just kind of feels like somebody left very abruptly, and somebody was left with a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe they've been sitting in a time of like reflection. Maybe that's also where the energy of not really like being in the dating world comes in, but all of a sudden meeting somebody that you really click with. I actually had that happen to me as well. Like last year, somebody had just got out of like a 15-year relationship with someone, and I was live streaming at the time, and they popped in my live and we just hit it off, and that lasted for a couple months, just for that person to realize, maybe I'm not ready for a relationship. And I totally understand, 15 years being with somebody and then just not being with that person. Maybe you think you're ready, right? So this person could have thought, maybe I am ready, and then met somebody and was just like, this is not the energy I'm looking to attract. So then they pulled themselves out of the dating game, and then they meet you, right? And you kind of like change their mind, but they're still currently working on releasing some things within their heart center, right? So, because this Eight of Wands is giving me like a feeling of, I don't want to move too fast. I want to take things slow. I want to make sure that this is the real deal. I'm not ready yet, but also still wanting to pursue something with you because they see a bright future with you, with the Sun card being here. They feel like you bring a lot of happiness and love into their life. You make them feel free, right? When they're with you or they're talking to you, they feel like they are free. Sometimes they might even forget that they are going through a heartbreak or something, which is a very beautiful energy. I do feel like there is a lot of potential for this to be a very beautiful connection, but there has to be patience. I am picking up like Temperance card energy. There needs to be some patience. I'm also picking up this connection could start off a little unconventional, maybe like a friends with benefits, or I don't know, maybe you guys just start off as friends and then you guys are like kind of flirting, maybe you kiss here and there, like I don't know, there's like no titles or something, maybe even polyamorous, because that is coming up a little bit too. Not in the cards, just that's what I'm picking up in my mind's eye, I guess so to say. I'm seeing like a throuple or something. Anyways, there just needs to be a little bit of patience while there are some endings that are still taking place. There's still some purging that is taking place. There's still some freeing the mind, the heart, the soul that is taking place, okay? So, I mean, you guys can choose to stay in the connection when you meet this person if you feel that fits. There's always the option, if that's not something that you're wanting, to be able to move forward, and there will be another connection that comes in for you guys that could be aligned with your energy a little bit more. But I do feel like regardless, Spirit is telling you to be kind of patient with the process, okay? Especially if you guys are somebody who tends to move really fast when the connection feels really hot and heavy and passionate, right? We want to move really quick into it. Spirit's like, take a moment, you know, sit and make sure this is something that you want, this is aligned with you. Yeah. I feel that though, because I do the same shit all the time. I'm always constantly moving a little too fast, and I'm like, sometimes I just don't know how to move slow, you know. I got a lot of fire in my charts as well, so I can be very impulsive sometimes. Let's see here. Oh, signs that I'm picking up right now. We got Leo, we got Capricorn, and we got Scorpio. I'm only rating major arcana signs, but I mean, we also do got fire and water with the minor arcanas as well, so let's see. So this would be Mercury and Sag. I almost said in Saturn. Mercury and Sag. And this would be Saturn in Pisces. Yeah, Saturn in Pisces. So let's see here. Can we get any more information about the person that's coming towards pile one next? In love. I told you guys I was picking up Tower card energy. We got the Lightning card that come out. And this is just like the Tower card in this deck. So we got heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. I'm telling you guys, I can't make it up. I can't make it up. That's a confirmation to what I was saying. Somebody could be currently working on releasing some sort of heartache. They could be grieving. Somebody is still healing. Okay, that's why there's also a need to just be patient, because everybody heals at their own pace, you know. Just because we heal maybe a little faster sometimes than somebody else doesn't mean that person does too, you know. So holding the space is going to be important. So the Lightning card says sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. This is literally Tower card energy. Like I said, something could have happened very abruptly. Something could have happened very quick. Or like this card is saying, surprise. Like you could be the surprise, right? Meeting you could have been very surprising to this person. Like I said, they could have been like not looking at all for a connection. And then boom, here comes you. And you just shake everything up for them. They're like, whoa, what is happening to me? We got cassette with outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. This could also be that devil card energy right here with the conditioning and replaying events over in your head, outdated thinking. Yeah, this is like devil card energy as well. Somebody could be very stuck on the past, trying to let the past go, trying to break old conditioning, right? Especially when it comes to love and connections, things like that. They could be trying to shift their mindset. And we also got the Phoenix with new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and changed mind. I'm telling you, you change this person's mind about maybe wanting to be in a connection someday. I think they just need a little bit of time and patience. We got transformation in 2 of these cards. So this is a very transformative time for this person, especially with the Death card also being here. Even though it is in reverse, and this can talk about resistance sometimes, I think they are currently working on trying to take the path of less resistance, okay? It takes time. It's a process. And the card also says dependency on here as well. So, yeah, like I said, this connection could become kind of dependent. Just be a little bit cautious about that, because like I said before, that can have a tendency to kind of ruin a connection before it really even blossoms into what it could. Because it just puts like unnecessary pressure or like tension on the connection. You know what I mean? So can we get any more details about what kind of energy this person is coming in with? This is 8 of Cups again with blue lace. They call it agate. I always call it agate, so, you know. But blue lace agate is a stability, grounding, and supportive. See, this is the type of energy that is between the connection. It's very grounding for the both of you. I think you guys make each other feel very safe. You guys bring a sense of support and stability into each other's lives, and I think that is something that is unmatched for you guys, like compared to any other connection that you guys have had. And that could be why this person's mind is changing, because the connection just is so different than what they've ever had before. And maybe the same for you. With that 8 of Cups, this is going to take some time. We got 8 of Cups twice. This is going to take a little bit of time for you guys to be able to move away from what is no longer serving you, whether that's a mindset, old feelings about other connections, or addictions, habits, because this Devil card here can also talk about addictions or negative habits, things like that as well. So we also got the 4 of Cups with Amazonite, and it says fluidity, playful, and optimistic. That's like Sun card energy again. The playful and the optimistic part. And with the fluidity, I think this person could have a very beautiful balance between masculine and feminine energy. They could be very like action oriented, but they can also be very nurturing and compassionate as well. With that also being there, like I am, because we were talking about like unconventional, right? So this could be like even same-sex lovers, if that's something that you're into. Or maybe this person is just very fluid in their sexuality. That's also something that is coming out. What's on the bottom? We got Labradorite with limitless potential and sleep soundly. I love that because, and this is the 9 of Wands. So, hold on, give me a second. With the 9 of Wands being the main part of this card, right? This is talking about somebody who's really been through the fucking ringer, okay? This person's been through a lot. You could have really been through a lot too. And still standing strong, still, even though you're tired, still fighting the good fight, right? Still doing what we need to do to be able to overcome our obstacles. And this is like the end of that chapter where you feel like you have to constantly fight to have happiness, to have peace, you know what I mean? Because it's very contradicting. You fight for peace, but sometimes you really have to in certain chapters of your life. It's like you're fighting just to find some fucking peace in your life. So I do feel like with this being the 9 of Wands, this is like coming to the end of that chapter and stepping into a time where there is limitless possibility for you guys to become the best versions of yourself, to live the best lives that you guys are meant to live, okay? The lives that you deserve, I should say. And with the sleep soundly on there, I love that because I do feel like you guys bring that sense of peace. It's like you're not staying up all night worrying about this person. What is this person doing? Who are they talking to? It's like this sense of trust and peace between you guys. It's like when you guys meet, you guys just bring this sense of, what was I going to say? Wow, that's great. I love that. Yeah, that thought is gone. That thought is so gone. Anyways, regardless, there's this very beautiful connection between you guys. I love it. I don't know where I was going to go with that thought. It was there and then it was gone. This person, like, you guys could tend to do that to each other. Like, when you're, like, mid-sentence, maybe you guys get lost in, like, each other's each other's eyes or in the energy, and you're like, wait, what was I saying? Where were we going with that? You guys could be talking about one subject and then find yourself in another subject, and you're like, how did we get here? It's just very, like the card said, fluid. Like, you guys just go with the flow, you know? So let's see if we can get any final details about this person, maybe some of their characteristics, zodiac signs that could be prominent outside of the ones that I've already named. I don't know what I was about to say, already lamed, maybe. The L started coming out. I'm like, wait a second, what is that? You don't need that many cards. So we got Pluto coming out with power and transformation, y'all. We got Mars on the bottom. Yeah, that's that fiery, passionate energy. Mars also rules over Scorpio as well. So we got Aries and Scorpio. Aries and Scorpio coming out. It says assertion and action. It says Mars rules over... Oh my God. What is going on? Why can't I talk all of a sudden? Mars rules your actions and overall energy to reach your ambitions. So this person could be very ambitious. And I'm hearing that I want it, I got it. Okay, so they could be like, oh, if I want something, I'm definitely going to get it. And that could be how you guys end up like together. It's like this person had their eyes set on you, or maybe you're a lot like that as well. You get your eyes set on something and you're like, yep, that's mine. Like, not only are you manifesting it, but you're fucking taking action towards it, and that shit comes in like that. So you got Pluto with power and transformation, which also rules over Scorpio. Lots of scorpionic energy here. This could be a very intense connection. Like I was kind of saying at the beginning, it says Pluto shows the areas in your life where you'll face the intense powers of creation and destruction. So this person, like I was saying before, could be going through a really big transformation in their life. I am kind of picking up like spiritual awakening as well. Maybe you're also going through something similar. Because it does kind of feel like mirroring energy in a sense. But, you know, like I said, put it where it fits. Flip it if you need to. Only take what resonates. It's a general reading. So we also got Mercury zodiac. It says Capricorn. It says you tend to communicate conservatively and clearly, so you are not perceived as incompetent. You can also effectively discharge tasks due to your practical mindset. So if this person's Mercury is in Capricorn, they could tend to really be cautious with the words that they're using when they're talking to you. They don't want to say the wrong thing. They don't want to be perceived in the wrong way. They want to be perceived as somebody who's very intelligent, very intellectual, can stimulate you intellectually. This person could definitely be somebody who can hold a conversation. But yeah, so and then we also got, if your Mercury is in Aquarius, it says, you prefer intellect to emotional information and are willing to accept the unknown and defend the unfounded. You also love honest communication and rational discussion. So this person could also be somebody who is more driven by their mind, if they are a Mercury in Aquarius. They could be very driven by the mind. So sometimes they could come off as kind of like detached from their emotional body, or like if it starts to become too intense with the emotions, they could try to like intellectually justify things. They could be definitely perceived as somebody who's more practical instead of like spiritual or emotional, right? They could be somebody who's very logical. And we also got Mercury in Pisces. It says you communicate from a place of emotion and intuition rather than logical thought. You also have a great imagination for storytelling and creative new ideas. That's so funny because we also got the storyteller card that's on the bottom, and that's funny to me. So yeah, this person could be like really good at telling stories, or like when they're telling you like something that happened throughout their day, they could be really good at like making you feel like you were there with them. Like you feel the emotion. They have a lot of liveliness in their communication. They could also be really creative individuals. And I was laughing because this Pisces, this Mercury in Pisces is very different from the other two that are on this card. Like the other two are kind of like practical and intellectual, logical, and then this one's like spiritual and emotional. So I just thought that was funny. So it's like gonna be one or the other. Like you'll be able to know. Obviously, you won't know if their Mercury is in these placements if they don't just like tell you their birth chart, or if you can't go look up their birth chart and you don't know this person, right? But you can feel the energy, right? By the way certain people communicate. Like you can tell some people are very logical and practical. You can tell some people are more emotional and spiritual when they talk, by the way that they talk and deliver messages. You know what I mean? But this is what I have for you, Pile 1. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, feel free to give this a like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell button so you don't miss when I upload. I hope to see you guys in my next one. Take care of yourself. Hello, Pile 2, if you chose the Rose Quartz Pendulum, this is going to be your reading. I don't know what happened, but at the end of like Pile 1, I just started fucking up a lot of my words, but it's okay. So when I was tapping into the energy for this pile, I was picking up somebody who was a little bit more mysterious, which I think is kind of funny that you guys were drawn to the pendulum, because the pendulum is something that I like to use when either I'm doing Reiki on people to see if where I'm picking up blockages, if the energy is really blocked, or how open the chakras are. I also like to use it though to ask questions that I'm curious about, you know what I mean? So you could feel really curious about this person. This person could have like a little bit of a mysterious vibe, kind of like Scorpio energy, or yeah, I don't know. Scorpios are just very mysterious to me a lot of times. So we're just going to go with Scorpio energy. That's just kind of something that I've personally picked up about Scorpios, is they got a very curious vibe about them. Like I be wanting to know more, and they just don't give a lot. Unless they're really comfortable with you, obviously. But it takes a Scorpio, I feel like, a lot longer than a lot of other signs to really trust and open up to you. So this person could be like, you could feel like this person is kind of like hiding things sometimes, even if they're not, because they just come off with that type of energy. You're like, what are you hiding? Like, why are you being so mysterious? And they're like, I'm not. This is just who I am. Anyway, so let's dive into the cards. We got Visionary and we got Beggar in the shadow. So Visionary says, capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Ooh. So this person could be kind of like psychic or spiritual. They could be a creative, right, with the Visionary card. This person could be some sort of like, I'm picking up like pioneer kind of energy as well. Somebody who creates things that other people have not seen or heard of yet. Or maybe they have like this really big idea of what they want from life, right? And they're currently working on bringing this into fruition. But this lady here is really giving me like psychic vibes. This person could be very psychic. With this being orange, this is like sacral chakra energy. So this person could also, like I was saying, like have a lot of really creative energy. They could be a very sensual person. They could also be kind of, sexual as well. I just heard sexually fluent, so I don't know, Pile 2. They could have some good game in the bed, you know what I mean? We got Beggar in the shadow attribute. It says dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. So the vibe that I'm kind of picking up with this is this person could sometimes kind of depend on others to pick up the slack or do the work for them. But I don't feel like this is an all the time thing. I think it's when they're more so, obviously when they're in their shadow, but also when they're feeling a little bit burnt out, because I do feel like this person gives a lot. So sometimes they expect others to give to them as well. You know what I mean? Like, you need to put in the work because I fucking did this for this long. And it's not to say that this person is like keeping tallies or like anything like that. But I know sometimes even I will find myself in that energy where I'm like, if I'm giving to you, why don't you want to give to me? You know, that's kind of the vibe that I'm picking up with this combo here. It's like this person is constantly expending a lot of energy with whether they're putting it into creative ventures or they're investing it into their connections or they're helping a cause. This is kind of like humanitarian energy as well. Aquarius is another kind of like mysterious energy to me. I couldn't figure it out, but that's another one. But this is giving kind of like Aquarius vibes as well, kind of like humanitarian. Maybe they do some sort of like humanitarian work, or they just feel like they're constantly, like, say they are like a content creator and they're always making people laugh, or they're always giving people good ideas, but they're not getting the recognition that they deserve. They could burn themselves out and then kind of like feel like other people need to pick up the slack. You need to do this because I do this. And it's not coming from like a place of ill intentions. It's like burnout, you know? Sometimes when you get burnt out, you just want somebody to fucking come in and pick up the damn slack. And I feel for this person because I feel the same way sometimes. It's frustrating. So let's see if we can... Ooh, wow. Look at me make a mess. Yo. I'm not even going to say what just came to my mind. We're keeping it PG here, Spirit. Thank you. Oh, my God. This pile is funny. This is not coming up in pile 1. Lots of sexual references here. I'm just going to say that. And y'all can put 2 and 2 together. So I'm going to give this one more shuffle since I did such a horrible job last time. Why? These cards are like slippery, y'all. So let's get some more information. What is this connection going to be like with pile 2? So we got the 5 of Swords in reverse with the Knight of Wands upright. What is this connection going to be like for pile 2 with this person who's coming towards them next in love? What is the connection going to be like? Oh, we got the King of Pentacles. I love that. So not only is there a lot of passion, but there's a lot of security and dependency with this person. Like, you can depend on this person. This person could also be very successful already or on their way to some major success with this King of Pentacles being here. This is somebody who is very business-oriented. This is somebody who knows how to manage their money well. Says mature, grounded male, successful, wealthy businessman, bettering yourself, not a risk taker, empire thriving, high status, stability, security, enterprising, someone preoccupied with financial matters. This person could have also have like created a lot of success off of something that they were very passionate about. So sometimes they could have a tendency to get a little lost in the sauce when it comes to work because they love what they do, right? But they also make a lot of money doing what they do, okay? And we also got the Queen of Swords in reverse with the 4 of Pentacles. And I just think it's so funny because I was just saying this person could be like really good with managing money. And this literally, the keyword that's at the top, it says budgeting. So we got the Queen of Cups on the bottom. Oh, I love that. So this person is somebody who is very compassionate and loving. I think this person is looking for a lifetime partner. And if they don't see that in you, they won't even waste their time. This is kind of the vibe that I'm picking up. They will very quickly cut you off With this Queen of Wands being in reverse, I do feel like this person has put their trust into people in the past that have betrayed their trust. It could have made them a little bit cold or closed off. And that could also be why they're like, if you're not wifey material, husband material, life partner material, I will not even waste my fucking time with you. Because they could have wasted their time with somebody in the past that didn't have the same intentions with them, but maybe they thought they could change their mind. You know, I was just talking to my brother about this earlier. Like, some of us, when we hear the words, I'm not ready for a relationship yet, we think we can change that person's mind, right? So this could have been like a situation that happened to them in the past. Like, maybe that person was like, I don't know if I want to be with somebody yet. And then they're like, well, if I just show them I'm different and I'm invested and I care about this person, maybe they'll want to be with me. And it just doesn't work out like that sometimes, you know? Like, maybe if you meet the right person, yes. But a lot of times we think that we can be the right person for everybody that we care about and we see potential with, but it doesn't necessarily mean that person sees it in us too. Because some people will overlook the potential. Some people will overlook your goodness, your beautiful heart, your beautiful soul, because they're just not ready. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with you or your worth, but some people just, when they say they're not ready, they're not ready. Believe that shit. You know what I mean? There could have been some like investments into people that were a little bit detached, emotionally detached. I do feel like this person, I feel like when this person is upset, I am going to say this, when this person is upset, they could tend to kind of cut with their words. So they could, when they find themselves getting upset, kind of remove themselves from a situation. So if you're somebody that will antagonize when somebody's upset, like, you need to talk to me now, you need to do, like, I feel like this is the type of person that you're going to want to give them space, because I do feel like they could have a tendency to kind of blow up. And it's because they have such a loving, compassionate heart. Like, they don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but when they feel like you're overstepping their boundaries or you're not respecting their personal space, that's when that side comes out, as it should. You know, like, we need to be able to stand up for ourselves too. I do feel like this person has a very beautiful soul, very beautiful heart, and a lot of compassionate and loving, nurturing energy. This person will take care of you. Not in a sense of like, you'll never have to do anything again in life, because I don't think this person is going to be attracted to somebody like that. I don't think they want to just be your daddy or your mommy, even though they do give off like daddy, mommy energy. I am picking up very much so like daddy energy, but it does feel very balanced. And I'm not talking about just gender either. You can be non-binary and give off daddy energy. Let's be real. Like, but this person does, like, I'm the breadwinner, you know, I will take care of you, I'm gonna spoil you, but they're also gonna love you and like give you little foot rubs and like, you know, tell you how beautiful you are. They are very sweet and intentional with where they're putting their energy, how they're speaking to you. They know the damage that not tending to your connections can do, right? Because they've been through connections where the other person was not tending to them and nurturing them. And I feel like that's why this person can kind of come off a little bit closed off sometimes, especially if they don't see it going anywhere. Like, they're not going to waste their time with that, because they know that they have a lot of worth. They know what they bring to the table. I do feel like this person is not somebody who likes drama or conflict. This person really likes peace. They like somebody who can compromise, who can communicate well, who's not constantly trying to bring about arguments. Like, if you're a super argumentative person, you argue just to gain attention, like, this person is going to be turned off by that. I will say that right now. They are not looking for somebody who is like an attention-seeking ass motherfucker. Like, you need to be confident with who you are, just like this person is. Otherwise, they do not want nothing to do with you. They are looking for a king or a queen, okay? Like, somebody to rule their empire with them. They're looking for an empress or an emperor, either or, you know, put it where it fits. But this person is looking for somebody who's going to add to their empire, who's going to Be supportive, be kind as well, because this is what they bring to the table. So I love the energy coming off here for this pile. That is so beautiful. We love somebody who's not just looking for, drama. And this person's very much so worried about their bag. Okay? Like, they ain't about to fuck up their bag for nobody. Like, if you trying to come in and just destroy them or take what they got to offer, they will definitely put the wall up. They will stonewall your ass so quick. That's the vibe that I'm picking up. They will fucking stonewall your ass so quick. You will not get in. So let's see here. Can we get some more information about this person and the connection? We got sunglasses. Can we get some more? And I also do want to say, like, with as much of like a compassionate and nurturing energy this person brings, they also bring a very passionate energy too. So like, this person is a lot of fun when they trust you and they know your intentions. Like, they open up finally. This person is a lot of fun. They do have a very goofy side to them. They do have a very lighthearted side. They can definitely take a joke. They like to joke around. And I do feel like this person also likes to adventure and like travel as well, with this Knight of Wands being here. Let me get one more card. This person could also be very competitive. Like, if you guys are like gonna play some like cornhole or checkers or something, like, this person is gonna try to kick your ass. Like, they are not gonna be the person that just, oh, I'll let you win. Like, no, they're gonna put up, they're gonna make you fight for that shit. Like, if you want to win, you gotta win, baby. We got twin flames, and I do feel like that's what did get this person to the top too, is the fact that they are so competitive and they do not take no for an answer. Like, they are gonna get it regardless, by any means. We got twin flames on the bottom with yin and yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. I love that. You guys bring out the best in each other, and I do feel like even the parts of you guys' selves that are more conflicting, like, they're not necessarily, how do I say it? How do I say this? Like, I know how to say it, and I'm just blanking right now. Even the parts of you guys that are different complement each other. You know what I mean? Even if you guys come from like different cultures or different backgrounds, different lifestyles, they complement each other very well. They bring out very beautiful, balanced energy within each other. You guys do bring out the good in each other. And I feel like even when you guys trigger something more negative, you guys could have the potential to overcome these obstacles very graciously. And I do feel like it stems from the level ground of love and compassion and understanding. So I feel like as long as you guys continue to meet on that middle ground of love, compassion, and understanding, you guys have the ability to overcome any and everything. And I did see 1717. 17 is the star card in tarot, I should say. And with it coming up twice, this is like, and not even only that, but they're literally mirroring numbers, and we're talking about twin flame. Well, not mirroring, they're double numbers, whatever. I don't even know how you would say that. But regardless, you guys bring out a very healing and renewed energy to connections and love, okay? And I just love that for you guys. So we got cassette with outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. And we also got the boat card with receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. And we got sunglasses with watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, and focusing out. So, and it's funny because this boat looks like it's moving away from the cassette and the sunglasses. It's like, I'm fucking out of here. Like, I am fucking out of here. So I think this is the energy that this person, maybe you both have dealt with this type of energy in the past, like people gaslighting you, people having a hard time letting you guys go because maybe you both are like the fucking prize in every connection that you guys get in. Like, not to say the other people are not a prize, right? But you guys know what you bring to the table, and it's unmatched in all of your other connections. These people could have a tendency to like gaslight you. Not this person, but these people from the past could have gaslit you or tried to manipulate, right? And I feel like after getting out of those connections and realizing the toxicity that these people brought into your guys' lives, it's like, I will not deal with that no more. I will not deal with that no more. And I did see 1915, which 19 is the sun card and 15 is the devil card. So this is like freeing yourself from those negative attachments, those negative mindsets, the negative feelings, right? Freeing yourself from any cycles or toxicity. This is freedom, okay? And I do feel like this boat here is literally talking about you guys being what you guys need, okay? This is like I was saying, that renewed sense of connection and love and understanding. I don't feel like you guys have had any connection that will be like this one. This one is going to be a lot more intense than the other ones, but it's also going to be a lot more grounded and balanced as well. So it's not just going to be just intense, passionate, fiery, toxic energy. Like, this is also going to have a lot of grounded energy to it. It's also going to have a lot of balance and understanding. This person feels like a very well-rounded individual. Like, they've done a lot of work on themselves. You could have also done a lot of work on yourselves, right? I think in the past, there was this feeling of like holding on to connections way longer than we should have. And now that you guys have like worked on letting these things go and like freeing yourself from these connections, there could be some people still kind of lingering in the past, right? Kind of like keeping an eye, maybe trying to come back. I miss you, or how are you? You know how people are. This could come up at the very beginning of your guys' connection, but I do feel like both of you have that same mindset of, I'm moving forward, I'm moving on. This is not what I need. This is not what I want, right? Just because you have closure issues doesn't mean I didn't receive my closure. I'm good. I know what I want, and you can't give that to me. No matter how much you sit here and try to promise me that you can, like, you cannot give that to me. And you're an ex or a past lover for a reason, right? I don't want nothing to do with that. Like, I respect you and I appreciate you for coming through and trying again, but I'm good. Like, I will have to kindly reject. That's kind of the vibe that I'm picking up with these cards. And I do feel like with the cassette talking about outdated thinking, old conditioning, replaying events in your head, like, there could be a tendency to maybe because a lot of times with twin flames, we can be very triggering to one another, right? So you guys could bring up past thoughts or feelings that have happened in past connections. So there could be that coming up that does kind of trigger both of you guys, maybe in a more negative way. But I do feel like there is going to be an opportunity for you guys to really let these things go, so that way you guys can move forward and really integrate what you guys have learned from these connections. It doesn't feel like a negative thing, but I do feel like there could be some people in the past with this watching, looking, stalking. There could be some people kind of in the past kind of keeping tabs, whether that's on your side or their side or both. Because twin flames is also very mirroring energy as well. So this could be in both of your guys' lives. And with the focusing out and the perception, I do feel like these past connections have really shifted both of your guys' perception on what a healthy connection is. Really helped you see from outside of your situation is kind of what I'm picking up. So can we get some more about what the energy is between the connection between these two? Okay, that card did a full 360. Hello. Can we get one more card, please? Thank you. So we got carnelian. I love that. Creativity, confidence, and passion. And this is the Four of Wands. And I love that because that is the 1111 card in tarot. And it can also talk about union. It can talk about building and stability and community. So I do feel like you guys are going to be building a very beautiful foundation between each other. And I do feel like you guys are going to be each other's muse as well, especially if you guys do something that is creative or like that you're very passionate about. It's like you guys ignite that creativity or that passion for each other. It's like you guys are each other's muse. That is so cute. We got the Eight of Wands with the angel aura, and this is happiness, beauty, and joy. So this connection is going to bring in a lot of happiness. There's going to be a very beautiful mutual connection between the two of you, because I'm just thinking like this is 4 and then this is 8 and half of 8 is 4. So if we break 8 down into 2 4s, that's another mirroring energy right there. But yeah, this is a very beautiful connection. This feels like it's going to bring in a lot of very optimistic, hopeful type of energy. And that can also be something that the star stands for, is like hope, right? So I love that, especially if you guys have went through past connections that have really broke you down. This feels like a connection that is going to rebuild you back up, especially with that Four of Wands there, because that can talk about like building, right? So it's like this connection is going to build you both up in a very beautiful way. We also got Peridot with the 9 of Cups. I love that. Well, the 9 of Hearts. But the 9 of Cups is like wish fulfillment. This is a manifestation coming in. This is feeling super content and just happy with where you guys are individually, which will add to how you guys feel about each other, right? Like if you guys are happy and content within the self, you guys are going to be extremely happy and content within the connection. Okay. So we got effervescent, joy, and happiness. And if you guys want to go look up what effervescent means, feel free to do so, because I have no idea what that means. I will try to remember to look it up and put it in the comments for you guys. But yeah, with Peridot coming out and Angel Aura, like this is a very heart-centered connection for you guys. And there is a lot of green right here too. So, and air can talk about the mind as well. And with the fire card being right in the middle, which can talk about spirit, like I do feel like not only are you guys, I love this. I just realized we got one air, one earth, one air, one earth, and then fire right in the middle. So this feels like not only are you guys very compatible, like mentally, the way that you guys think and the way that you guys communicate, but you guys are also very compatible. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Compatible within your foundation, your fundamentals, as well as your heart. And this is very guided by spirit, is what I'm picking up. Like your guides and your angels are bringing this connection together. You guys deserve each other. Like it says, receiving what you need, right? I love that. I love that so fucking much for you guys, because it feels like a long time coming. After dealing with a lot of fuckheads in the past is kind of what I'm feeling. Dealing with a lot of fuckheads in the past, and now it's like this person is just so different. And I think this person's going to think the same thing about you. Like this connection is just so different. This is very beautiful. Can we get some final insights about this person? Whoa, that's a lot. Maybe like a zodiac or traits. Spirit is giving me a lot, so we're going to put those back. Sorry. But I did see Taurus and Gemini, so this person could be a Taurus or a Gemini. Which this is Jupiter in Taurus. This is, I think Mars. Yeah, Mars in Sag. This is, what is this? Venus in Aquarius. And this would be Sorry, I'm looking at my little cheat sheet here. Uranus in Aquarius, or Uranus, whatever. And then we also got Sun in Capricorn. So those could be significant. Thank you. We got Venus zodiac. So if the Venus is in Aries, says you love the thrill of the chase and you tend to hit the gas when you're interested in someone romantically. You also treat a fiery debate as a form of foreplay. Ooh, this person could be a little bit, like I was saying at the beginning, they could be, what did I use? Sexually fluent, or yeah, something like that. I think I said that for this pile. I might have said that for the last pile. But regardless, this person does seem like they are definitely somebody who will spice it up in the bedroom, you know? It doesn't feel like it gets boring. I'll say that for the least. We got Venus in Taurus. This is your love language is most likely physical touch, and you love experiences of luxury and sensuality with a partner. So definitely somebody who likes the physical touch, somebody who will definitely show you they like you through physical touch. We also got Venus in Gemini. Communication is key in love for you through wordplay and witty banter. However, you can come off as lighthearted but non-committal. So, I don't know. This person does give me commitment energy with this Queen of Cups being here and then the King of Pentacles being here. But, you know, I feel like that's only if they see you as a potential, like I said, life partner, because they could come off as non-committal to others. You know, maybe they do have some surface level connections, but it doesn't feel like this person does too many of those because they are very protective over their energy. But yeah, they could just really like the whole, maybe they like talking during, you know, intercourse, or maybe they like to whisper cute little things in your ear. Like, I don't know. That's kind of the vibe. So we got eighth house planets. We got the 8th house sun. It says you feel you need a partner to find yourself, but you can find your inner strength on your own. 8th house in moon, which I can't remember what the 8th house is right now. I think it's Scorpio. I think the 8th house rules over Scorpio, I should say, but I can't quite remember. 8th house in the moon, it says you find emotional place and comfort through intimate relationships and taking care of others. 8th house in Mercury, you don't allow your emotions to weigh you down. 8th house in Venus, you find give and take, and in a relationship comes naturally. You accept what you get from the world and don't expect anything in return. And we also got the 8th house in Mars with you need someone who wants to share everything with you, but you can also find it hard to give, which is very different energy from the 8th house in Venus, because that was talking about like the give and take coming very naturally. So I don't know, these could be traits of this person, whether they have like 8th house in the sun or in their moon, their Venus, their Mercury, or their Mars, I almost forgot, or their Mars. You could see some of these like characteristics play out. This is just to give a little bit more insight. So, I mean, I'm not going to read too much into it, but we also got Saturn zodiacs. It says if their Saturn is in Capricorn, you stick to the rules, even if they are outdated or arbitrary. You are ambitious and extremely careful with everything you do. Saturn in Aquarius, you love structure in your life and love reading about unconventional subjects to add to your knowledge. You're realistic about your goals because you know things can happen that are out of your control. And then we also got Saturn in Pisces. You are helpful and kind, but keep your emotions to yourself. You think your issues are unimportant or unworthy of people's help, but you need to look after yourself sometimes. Okay, so I do feel like this person could have a little bit of a tendency, because some of these were kind of talking about like being a little bit dependent on their partner. But I think they just kind of like expect you to be as dependable as they are, which I know expectations aren't necessarily healthy, but I think this person is just like, maybe that's a standard for them, right? You have to be a dependable person. You have to be kind of structured and stable for them to maybe want to pursue something with you. I'm not going to speak too much on it. Like I said, these are just some things that you could notice about this person. They could have a lot of Saturn placements or a lot of 8th house placements. We were picking up Scorpionic energy at the beginning, so that's kind of fitting. Anyways, I hope this reading resonated with you guys. If it did, feel free to give this a like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell button so you don't miss when I upload, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Take care of yourself. Hello, Pile 3. If you chose the Rose Quartz chips, this is going to be your reading. So tapping into the energy, I was feeling like this connection feels like it could be very spiritual, or this person could just be very spiritual in nature. If that is something that you guys have been trying to manifest, I do see this kind of happening for you guys. They could do like spiritual work or like be a healer of some sorts. I was seeing the High Priestess, the Hierophant, as well as the Star card. So they could also be like a spiritual teacher or like a guru. Doesn't have to be though. This person could just be like a mentor of some sorts. But just be very intuitive and tapped into their spirit or their soul. They could also be a starseed. You guys also, what's the word I'm looking for? You guys also resonate. I don't know why that word just slipped my mind like that. If you guys also resonate as being a starseed, you guys could come from the same starseed origins, or maybe you've had past lives in the same starseed origin, if you guys believe in that type of stuff, or maybe you guys have, maybe you guys are in another dimension, in another starseed origin. I don't know. It just depends on your beliefs. I do feel like you guys could have very similar kind of like religious or spiritual backgrounds, or just in your belief systems in general. Like you guys could have a lot of the same like kind of fundamental beliefs. So let's dive in. Oh wow, we got teacher and we got exorcist. I love that, and they're both in the light attribute. So it says the ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Literally, that's that Hierophant energy. And we also got, ow, my neck hurts so bad. Exorcist with freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. And if you look at this person looks like a shaman, don't they? I don't know. This feels very spiritual to me. Like, especially with these two cards, like just kind of clarifying what I was picking up. This person could be a shaman. You could be a shaman. You both could be in the spiritual field, or maybe you do that on the side. Maybe your original job is like a teacher, or like you mentor children, or I don't know. Whatever it is that you do, you could do something that doesn't even have anything to do with like teaching or spirituality. Like maybe you are, I'm hearing like law enforcement or a lawyer, or maybe you're a painter or something, right? Like whatever it is that you guys do, like you guys could do like spiritual work on the side, or that could be like your full-time career, or what you guys are working towards to becoming your full-time career. There is something about that as well. So I love this energy because I feel like regardless, the energy that this person is coming in with is a very enlightened energy. So you could learn a lot from this person, and this person does feel like they are open to learning from you as well, because in order to be the teacher, you got to be the student, right? So I feel like this person is the teacher and the student. They don't have much ego is kind of what I'm picking up. They do not have a lot of ego. And if they do have an ego, it's integrated in a very healthy way. So I do see this person kind of like being on another level of consciousness than most people that you'll probably meet in this lifetime. Let's be real. I know there's a lot of other people that are also at very high levels of consciousness as well, but I feel like for me personally, it's kind of rare to come across people like that, because I more so like will attract people that need my wisdom or my knowledge or my practices. You know what I mean? So you guys could also encounter people like that. I'm not trying to just talk about me because I want to talk about me, but I'm like saying you guys could encounter a lot of people like that as well. So meeting a person like this could be like a breath of fresh air, like, there's more. Like I knew there was, but it's just so crazy to actually meet somebody like that. But yeah, and it feels like this person could also be into like esoterics or something. It just looks like they're like cracking the earth or the globe open and they're like diving right in. Like it's like they know the secrets of the earth or something, which would definitely tie into being like a shaman because they are very connected to this earthly plane, right? They use a lot of like plant medicines, even just like leaves to download data or plants to download data and things like that. You know what I mean? They utilize a lot of that stuff in their practices. So beautiful. Let me see, is there anything else? This person could also just be really good at like really anything, like math, like whatever their little thing is. It's like they're really knowledgeable about it. They can teach just as much as they know. Like you know something when you can teach it to like a 3-year-old. Like if you can teach a 3-year-old something, that means that you are very advanced in what you know. And I feel like this person could literally teach a 3-year-old how to do algebra. Like if that was what they were really into. That was kind of like an extreme example, but I'm just saying, you guys get the idea, right? Like if that's what they were into, is like they're really good at mathematics, algebra, things like that. They can literally teach it to a 3-year-old because they are that knowledgeable in it. They know how to break it down for even a 3-year-old to understand. Like that's the vibe that I am picking up here. I also feel like this person could trigger a lot of people into like spiritual awakenings or shadow work, things like that. They could also consider themselves to be like a shadow worker, which isn't like somebody who like works with dark magic or things like that, even though they could be if that was what you were also into and that's what you wanted to be around. Because like I said, it does feel like you guys have the same like fundamental beliefs. So if like that's what you were into, this person is also into that and they're probably really good at what they do. But what I'm saying with shadow worker is like this person is not afraid to face their own insecurities and their own negative thought patterns and toxicity. Like a lot of people will run away from that. This person will face that shit. And I feel like they trigger other people to do the same. And they are also very good at guiding people through those transitions in their life and helping people integrate those parts of themselves. I don't know why I keep doing this, but they could be like an energy clearer too. Like they could clear energy exorcists. They could pull negative energy out of people and like transmute it, alchemize it. You know, you get the vibe. That's kind of like the energy that this person is coming in with. Look, literally Hermit card. That is so funny. It says, I honor my spiritual self. This person is definitely very spiritual. And we also got the Queen of Swords, which can talk about higher levels of consciousness, knowledge, intellect, communication, right? This person also could be like a channeler or something. Wow. I got chills right now because this pile is very intense. I love reading about like spiritual connections and things like that because I am also very spiritual myself. Well, I consider myself to be, I should say. Woo! These cards are super slippery, y'all, so let's see here. Can we get some more information about what this connection is going to be like for pile 3? What is this connection going to be like for pile 3? 9 of Pentacles. I love that. Also, I just want to say, because they're bringing me to my rose quartz chips right here, I do tend to use those in my own practices because I do like healing magic and things like that. So they could be into like, you know, witchcraft or magic, whatever you want to call it. They could be, like I was saying, healing, things like that. That was also just coming up. 9 of fucking Pentacles. I love that. We got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So something that is coming up with the Seven of Pentacles right here before I talk about this next card that just came out. This person could have a tendency to kind of like jump around from project to project. I'm picking up like, what do they call that? I can't remember, but they do have like a term for it. It's like ADHD something, where you will start stuff but you won't finish it because you'll get distracted with something else that you want to start or something else that you're excited about. You know what I mean? We also got the Seven of Wands in reverse. Seven of Swords. 777, which is another very spiritual number. 9 is also another really highly spiritual number in my opinion, especially with it being linked to the Hermit card. But yeah, we also got the King of Cups in reverse. With the Queen of Wands. This card says vibrancy at the top. So, alright. Queen of Wands is another very spiritual card. And I would say in the minor arcana, she is one of the most spiritual cards outside of like the Queen of Cups as well. Is another very spiritual and intuitive psychic kind of card. But this person is very connected to their spirit. I do feel like they do allow their spirit to guide them a lot of times. And the Queen of Wands is Moon in Leo, so that could also be just like another indication or something. This could be a placement in their chart. Doesn't have to be though. But with this independent wealth right next to the Seven of Pentacles, this is kind of making me feel like in the past, this person could have dealt with some really shady people. Doesn't just have to be in business, but I am picking up like career-wise as well. Like this person could have dealt with people that have tried to take advantage of their knowledge and wisdom and their hard work, because they do feel like a very hard worker as well, especially if they have this like Nine of Pentacles energy going on. This person is very single, it feels like. This person is very single. I do want to say it doesn't feel like this person is necessarily looking for a relationship when you guys meet, but it doesn't mean that it does not have potential to blossom into that. And I was picking that up with pile 1 too. I think this person is very much so like focused on career or what they're passionate about. It's just interesting why the Seven of Swords is here. I do want to pull a clarifier on that. Why is the Seven of Swords here, Spirit? Let me get a clarifier. Two of Cups in reverse. With the Moon card also in reverse. So this does seem like this person is still working on releasing a lot of fears, or like, I'm even hearing infidelities in past connections. Like this person could have been cheated on a lot in the past. This person could have also been the cheater in past situations, and now they're like more awakened to the toxicity that they were in, like the toxic cycles, the toxic energy that they were putting out. And maybe that's why they were receiving it back, you know, because you get what you reap what you sow. You get what you give. So if you're constantly, you know, putting people through the ringer, you're not really giving a fuck about other people's feelings and stuff, you can damn sure bet that you will find that one day in your life biting you in the ass, okay? So this person could have either done the dirt or had the dirt done on them in the past, and maybe that's why they're like trying to take a break. They're trying to free themselves from some sort of like illusions and lies, deceitful ass energy, infidelities, things that have happened in the past that caused like a lot of pain is what I'm feeling. I do feel like this person has also encountered a lot of karmics. I do want to say that, like false soulmates, or karmic soulmates, I should say. But it feels like this is the one, and then something happening and somebody showing their true colors, and then it's like, whoa, you are not who I thought you were. You know what I mean? So this person could be a little bit guarded when they meet you, or feeling a little bit vulnerable and defeated from past connections. And maybe that's why they want to be single, you know what I mean? And they're not necessarily looking for a relationship, because it does feel like they could be really closed off emotionally because they feel very vulnerable every time they allow somebody into their emotional body. And with the moon card being here, moon can also signify like Cancerian energy, but this is also Neptune in Pisces. So pretty sure this is Pisces. I'm gonna be so upset if I've been saying this is Pisces the whole time. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Yeah, okay. Whew. I was like, man, I better not be saying that wrong. Okay, Neptune and Pisces. So this person could have a lot of like escapisms or like things that they do to try to escape from their reality. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be substances like alcohol or drugs or anything like that. It could be, but it doesn't really feel like that with this pile. It feels like more like work. Like, I'm just going to distract myself with work. You know what I mean? Instead of sitting here and dealing with my feelings, I'm just going to go work my life away. But it does feel like at night, or like when it's time to wind down, they could really feel like the pain that has been caused from past connections or situations. And I feel like I am having a little bit of a harder time reading this pile than I did the other two. And I do feel like there's just this like blocked kind of energy, like somebody doesn't want to let me in. So they could also, something that I'm picking up with the Seven of Swords here, they could portray to be like this like super confident person, but really maybe they have like a lot of insecurities, you know what I mean? So it could come off as a little bit of ego. I don't want to say that this person is super egotistical though, because like I said, it does feel like they are on a different level of consciousness. I just think like their ego can kind of try to put on as a mask until they feel comfortable enough with you to really let you in. This person could try to, you know, act like, yeah, I'm unbothered, even though they're still really hurt by whatever happened in the past. You know, like, yeah, that person didn't even really mean anything to me, but they loved that person. You know what I mean? It's like, just be honest with yourself. And I feel like this person is being honest with themselves. I just think that they're doing it on their own terms. They're kind of keeping it close to their chest. They don't want to let other people in, especially if you're a new person. They could be really hesitant with letting you in. So when you first meet this person, you could think like, wow, this person's probably a fucking player or like an asshole or something, but they're super fucking connected to their spirit and their soul, and they're very deep and emotional and sensitive, you know. But you could be like, this person's probably a fucking asshole. Like it kind of does feel like you guys could possibly get off on the wrong foot when you first meet, or like you get like a bad taste in your mouth from this person, and then say for instance you guys talk again a couple months later or something, and you actually like give them the chance to show you who they really are, instead of just making those judgments off of what you think you know about this person, and then you're like, oh wow, you are way different than I thought you were gonna be. Like, what do you think I was gonna be like? Oh, I thought you were gonna be like a player, like an asshole or something. And they're like, whoa, you're kind of a bitch. No, I'm just playing. They wouldn't say that, but it does kind of feel like, oh, so you were judging me. Typical human. But yeah, they would never call you a bitch. It doesn't feel like this person is disrespectful like that. Even if they were thinking it in their head, they would never just come out and be like, oh, you're a fucking bitch. Like, anyways, yeah, so that's kind of like the vibe that I'm picking up about the connection. It does feel like this person is going to need more patience, especially when it comes to opening up. You could also feel like this person is a little bit like, are you just saying that because you're trying to get in my good graces? Or are you just saying that because you're trying to relate with me? Because I keep seeing on the Seven of Wands in reverse, this is folding on your beliefs, giving in or giving up, admitting defeat. It says feeling vulnerable or overwhelmed, not taking the bull by the horns, and health problems. So I don't know. This person could have also been dealing with some mental health is more so what I'm picking up. Mental health issues, maybe some depression or something, some anxiety, PTSD, shortly before you met this person or even at the very beginning of meeting this person. And that could be also why you feel like, why this person was almost like portraying a different energy than what they really are. Does that make sense? Like if somebody's dealing with like a lot of anxiety or something, you could think of this person as like a nervous Nelly or somebody who's very shy or closed off. But when they're like in their best energy or in their best self, they are somebody who is actually very extroverted, very outgoing. You know, they really don't mind being in the spotlight, not in like an egotistical way or anything, but like they're not somebody who's normally very shy. Like they would be the type of person to go to a poetry slam and get up there and go fucking say some poetry or something, or do like a karaoke night or something, like, because we do got the Nine of Pentacles here, and this is somebody who is very confident in themselves. But yeah, I don't know. If they're in like a more vulnerable state, it does feel like they do kind of like put on a mask to try to portray like they're good, they're fine, even though they're like really fucked up on the inside at the moment, like really struggling with their anxiety, really struggling with depression, but they're trying to make you feel like they're good, you know, and it could come off and like kind of put a bad taste in your mouth a little bit, like you're being fake. This person's like, no, I just want you to like me. Like, you know what I mean? Like this person feels very sweet. I think this person is just really struggling with opening themselves back up and being vulnerable, but they are working on it. I almost feel like I want to cry. They are working on it with this Exorcist card. Like with the Teacher card too, like they know what they need to do. They know how to help themselves. They're taking their time with themselves because they know they deserve that space and that patience. You know what I mean? So can we get some more cards about what this connection is going to be like for pile 3? So we got separation with sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future. And if you look at this card, it does look like the thorns, like almost like scratching somebody or something. Like I'm just picturing it as like you thought something was about to be so beautiful, and then you go to pick it up and it just pokes you, and now you're bleeding, and you're like, ow, like what the fuck was that for? And then like, because you got too close, you thought I was feeling you. No. But yeah, it feels like this person is wounded. Like they're trying to heal right now. They're trying to restore love back into their life. They're trying to love themselves all over again. And I do feel like they do. When they're in their higher selves, like energy, they love themselves. They are very aware. They're very conscious. They are very independent. But when they are in their like shadow self, they could struggle with like that back and forth energy of feeling confident and then feeling like maybe I'm not good enough, or just dealing with some of their insecurities. You know, after being hurt a lot or like wounded by one specific person really bad, like sometimes we can internalize that and make it feel like, oh, it was our fault. We should have did more. We're just not good enough. We don't deserve that. Like, you know what I mean? So they could be kind of healing from that, something from the past. It does feel like this situation is not going on anymore. But it still is like a wound in their energy that they're still working on trying to let go. Yep, see, the self-indulgence card came out with Focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. This is what this person is currently working on when they meet you, I feel like, is working on themselves, doing their shadow work, trying to integrate heavy lessons and like appreciate themselves a lot more. And like I was saying, it does feel like they are trying to give themselves that time and that space to heal, to feel all these emotions out. They won't, I feel like they're not somebody who's going to vocally be out here like healing in front of people. Like they do that on their own time. And that's why when they get around other people, like they could kind of come off as, yeah, I'm good. Like that didn't bother me, even if it did. And you could be somebody who is very intuitive and you could know that like this person is more affected than they're leading on. And that could be why you're like, why are you being fake? But this person is really just trying to kind of keep those more like wounded or shadowy parts of themselves to themselves. They don't want to project it onto nobody or burden anybody. And with the self-indulgence and the King of Cups, this person could also be working on releasing some addictions. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to just be substances and alcohol. It could be anything. It could be a food addiction. It could be alcohol or substances, like substance abuse, but it could also be like work. Like maybe they're a workaholic or something. But yeah, maybe they're addicted to investing or gambling or something, you know, like not saying that they have to be, but it could be something like that as well that they're working on when they meet you. So when you guys first meet, you guys might not like hit it off like that, and then a couple months later you guys are going to come back together. This is what I'm picking up. A couple months later, especially with that separation card also being there, you guys could meet and then separate, and then somehow like you guys meet again and you're like, whoa, you're in a way different energy. And then it's because this person finally learned how to integrate that part of their shadow or that wound that was causing them to kind of, or triggering them to kind of like go in their shell, or you know. Get one more card, please. Thank you. Oh, we got two. I love that. We got heartbroken on the bottom. Oh, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. Yeah, this person could definitely be in that state of kind of like in the void, feeling a little lost, feeling confused. Especially if this person has done a lot of work on themselves already. They're like, why? Why is this happening to me again? Why do I feel like this? But this person is ascending. This person is integrating and overcoming obstacles. This says transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, and preparing for union. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So the separation that you guys could go through after you guys first meet is going to be what is preparing you guys for union. You guys need that little bit of space. And if this energy is flipped, like, you know, flip it. If it applies to you, like you're the one that's going through this energy, apply it to you. But it could also be both of you, right? But anyways, I do feel like the time apart that you guys do have, that little bit of separation that you guys have after you guys meet, does give you guys the opportunity to really focus on what needs to be focused on and integrating that, expanding, learning, and then it's like when you enter into that new phase, you guys meet again, and that's when you guys come together. It's like the vibe that I'm picking up. This is very spiritual, though. It feels very spiritual. You guys could also be like a catalyst after you guys meet, like a catalyst for the ascension, right? We got kisses. It says unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. I love that. Do I even have to elaborate on this? Unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. So I do feel like this is a very loving connection. I just think there's some things that could possibly get in the way of you guys fully being able to embrace that frequency of love, unconditional love, when you guys first meet. But that will be transcended, okay? So just know that. And after it is transcended, that's when you'll know. Once you alchemize and integrate that, that's when you'll know that you're going to be coming into your person very soon. So that could be like a clear indication that you guys are about to meet again, is like after you start feeling like actually confident, or this person is starting to feel actually confident and they're not just acting like it. It's like once the work is done. So can we get some energies for what is the energy between them and this person that lies in connection? So we got the 3 of Cups with abalone, and it says calming, soothing, and healing. I love that. Yeah, this connection is very healing. When you guys do reconcile, because the 3 of Cups can talk about coming back together, talk about celebrations, things like that, right? So when you guys do come back together, you're going to realize that this person's energy is very calm. It is very soothing. It's going to bring a very peaceful and healed sense into your life. And that's how you'll know, like, this person's energy is shifted. I'm telling you, like, the first time you meet to the second time that you guys meet is going to be like, whoa, like, you are like a different person now. We also got Malachite with the 4 of Pentacles, right? 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think so. Well, the 4 of Diamonds. And it says Malachite. It says transformation, openness, and love. I love this because I do feel like the transformation that you or this person or both of you guys are going through when you guys first meet is opening you guys up to love. It's helping you guys connect more with your heart center and to be a little bit more trusting with the process, I feel like, as well as with yourselves. When you trust yourself, you can actually trust other people too, because you can trust yourself to know when that person is lying or deceiving you or acting in untrustworthy ways. Like, we'll be able to trust our own judgment, right? So that does kind of feel like mending your relationship with yourself first, especially with your trust. Because if you've put yourself in situations where you thought you could trust your judgment and then that kind of backfired on you, that could have kind of closed you off for a while. It made you feel like maybe you can't trust yourself, which starts to play out into your other connections, right? And we also got the 6 of Spades, which would be what? So we got Cups, Wands. This would be the air. We got Sodalite with communication, harmony, and trust. I said air, swords. Sorry. Communication, harmony, and trust with Sodalite. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Sodalite being connected to the throat chakra, which is like it's the connection to the etheric, right? So like I was saying, this is a very spiritual connection. It's also very heart-centered as well as very spiritually connected as well. Sorry, I don't know why I'm blanking out so hard right now. I keep like almost like going out into a daze or something. But I do feel like you guys are going to have very beautiful communication. You guys are going to bring a very beautiful sense of harmony and trust into the connection. Once you guys open yourselves back up and you guys are moving through your center, which is your heart, it just creates this very harmonious connection between the two of you. I think you guys are going to have very great communication. And that is going to be like super attractive to the both of you guys, especially if you guys have came from connections where there's been a lot of lies and deception, not feeling like they can open up or be honest. Like, this is going to be very attractive, I feel like, to both of you guys. So let's get a couple last things that could bring a little light into who this person is. Some characteristics, some zodiac signs or placements. Keeps trying to give me a lot. I only want 2, Spirit. Okay. We got 7th house with relationships. I love that. So we got Uranus or Uranus, zodiacs. So if their Uranus is in Capricorn, it says you love planning and seeing into the future, which makes you a born innovator. You have strong attention to detail. Sorry. And will. You have strong attention to detail and will formulate a strategy and stick to it. Maybe I need some soda light. We also got Aquarius. It says if the Uranus is in Aquarius, you have a unique thought process and thrive on unconventional ways of thinking. You come up with solutions to complex problems. And if the Uranus is in Pisces, it says your strong imagination allows you to see things in a different light and find unique solutions. You just need to find the confidence to believe in your ideas. I love that. And I'm not going to read into these too much because these are just kind of some either characteristics or placements that they could have in their chart. They could have a lot of Uranus energy, right? But we're not going to read too much into it. We're just going to read the cards, and then I'm going to leave you guys there. So we got Aquarius. This is 20th January through 18th of February. The element is air. It says life purpose in challenging people's mindsets. Aquariuses are independent, sociable, outgoing, self-reliant, and eccentric. They enjoy inventing new stuff, socializing, and sports. And their negative traits are pessimistic, rebellious, and impatient. And this is card 22, which is a master number. I just wanted to throw that out there. The 22nd of January could be significant. That could be their birthday or something. We also got 7th house with relationships. It says the 7th house represents one-to-one relationships, including marriages, romantic partners, business partnerships, and even enemies. So they could have a lot of like 7th house placements, which I want to say is Libran energy, but I could be wrong. So don't quote me on that. But yeah, so this is what I have for you guys. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, feel free to give this a like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell button so you don't miss when I upload. And I hope to see you guys in my next one. Take care of yourself.